Hello, everybody. I think I made it after some issues here as always. Good evening, everybody. So let me just check into the chat. Check. Yay! Okay, I'm hearing myself. Well, hello, everybody. Everyone? Who is everyone, Lee? No one has to do live streams when I do live streams. Hello? Don't they know who I am? Just kidding. So, well, for those who just got new here, my name is Anya. Oh, thank you, Trisha. Oh, hello, Anna, Douglas, Trisha, James, Anton, Lee. Who else? Jason, another James, Shannon, Deborah, Jimmy D. Well, thank you so much. Yes, Lee, I make you my first. I can't do it on my phone. I don't have a computer. I don't have my computer anymore. Well, I do have my computer, but as you notice, my cam is so slow because my graphic card sucks. So, it's a trap. You guys. No, I don't want to stop my stream. Holy moly. So, shall we do this? Not that I'm nervous or anything. No, I'm totally cool. So, I promised to talk about sage, and yeah, let's do it. So, what did I say? I talk about sage and chamomile, right? Okay. Oh no, Jason, it just looks like, trust me. Cover. It's a trap. So I made a few notes for sage and chamomile. And as I said, it's not only about the healing fact of the plant. I also use plants or herbs in a spiritual matter. And there are always some nice stories that I found about chamomile or sage, which I find is interesting back to the medieval times. So yeah, shall we start with sage? So I have to read off a little because I try to translate. As you know, I'm the German, so I have to translate some of the stuff. So, the sage. And I wish I would have a computer, then I could do a screenshot of the plant, but I think we all know how sage looks like, right? Yes, Douglas, you need to come and paint my walls. I say so too. So, sage. So, sage has a lot of essential oils and other stuff I talked about, zinc, zinc, and it doesn't have the word that I can never pronounce in English, so that is a good thing. I like that. I mean, it got so many ingredients, I'm really not going to mention them because I'm not a doctor and I'm not planning to make a doctor out of you, so this is not the university. This is just my little witch kitchen here. So, sage. Sage, as we know, they're like sage drops, if you have a sore throat or if you have a cold. So mostly people use it for their throats, but it got so much more that you can do with this. Like, it's not only for your throat and your cough. So, and it has so much more to do. No, Douglas, I have not painted my walls since I moved in here. I have so many ideas, but I never get to anything. So, sage, for example, like if, you know, you don't have any appetite, like sage helps, you know, drink a cup of sage tea and it will stimulate your appetite, which I do not really need. Not for me personal. It's okay, trust me, it's really good. I should make a tea like for not having appetite, you know what I mean? So it's good for, I made a little list here because I really can't remember all. Yeah, as we know, for colds, bronchitis, and so it's also good for your, oh, what's that called again? I wrote it down. I can't read my writing. Ha ha. Your gallbladder, if you have issues with your gallbladder. Hi, Deborah. Alex. Mein Schatz. So it heals if you have like gallbladder issues, you know, if you have a little sting, a little pain, you can make a tea of it, a nice cup of sage tea. Or also for your liver, like, you know, after a nice long barbecue, you know, you overindulged or whatever. And also, again, I know it's not interesting for the man, but for the female in our round here, yeah, for your menstruation, if you have any problems, cramps, pain, that will help. Hayden, hello New Zealand. Good to see you. So also for menopause, like I have not tried it because I'm not in there, and if anybody writes anything now, I will God get through that phone, okay? So zip it. And also it's for outside wounds as well. You can make a tincture, or you can make just cook up the tea and put a pad on it. You know, it disinfects because sage is very disinfectant. Like, where is my English note? I'm so prepared. I'm glad I always prepare very well. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. I'm almost there. Give me a second. So yeah, so you can put maybe a tea pad, right, Anna? Now you see what I mean? Yeah, you can take, even if you have tea in a tea pad, or you get the tea pads where you put your tea in. I know. You can put it just on your wound, or you can even take a bath, you know, with the Epsom salt. Epsom salt and sage, but I would prefer to put the sage in the pad, because if you let the water out of the tub, you know where this is going, right? And then you're gonna have sage baths forever. So, and because sage is also good for not only for if you have wounds that are not healing up properly, it's got good for eczemas or blisters, like, or even I would say, if I think I need a dictionary next time I do it. You know, when you have itchy skin and you scratch until it bleeds, so that will help too, because this is of all the essential oils in there. So it just, you shouldn't overdo it with sage, like with teas, like not overindulge on it because of all the essential oils in it. It's mostly essential oils, so use it and combine it with other teas. For example, lavender or fennel. If you have a stomach issue, that will help it as well. So you can combine it a little with other teas, as I said. And also, like if your gums are bleeding because you brushed the shit out of your teeth, or you can just, like, you know, rinse it with a sage tea. Of course, no sugar. So, yeah, and even for yeah, yeah. No, I'm not gonna say. Well, I should say that so the guys have something to laugh. You know, when you girls get your period and you think your katonkas they're going to explode. You know, you take your bra off and gravity hits the ground. You know what I mean? So if you drink the tea, that will help it as well. So I think we move on here before I can just see it that this, other than that, will end up in a gutter here. Yeah, for menopause problems, I mentioned that. Then I'm coming to the spirit of the plant. So as we all know, sage is very good for cleansing the houses, cleansing your aura, and it's also good for certain chakra points. I know I made a note. I promise I made a note. So it's if you use the incense, the ghost of the plant or the spirit of the plant, not the ghost, it's not possessed, it's a spirit. It will give you a little strength. It will cleanse your house from negative energies. It will it will strengthen you a little more. But we know it's very cleansing because we all do it. And you can combine a nice cleansing with lavender as well. Lavender has the same effect. It will cleanse, it will calm the atmosphere a little down. So, so even with incense or with smudging herbs, you can beautifully combine it. You just have to watch it, right? You cannot put let's say lavender and sage to calming and cleaning, and then I don't know, put in some raisins that will lift the atmosphere, right? So I mean, like, totally wind it up, put more energy in it. Not good. I mean, that's the same with crystals. You don't put a certain kind of crystals in the same spot, and you shouldn't wear too many crystals around your neck. Just well sorted, because other than that it will like either bang like a magnet. You know, if you try to put a magnet together, it will either like totally take the energy away from each other, or it will be too much. And that's the same with water. Always be aware what you put in your water, like crystal wise, right? Like rose crystal is good. But if you want to start some healing process with crystals, then be sure, that you look into that. But Anna is good in crystals, and I'm not going into crystals. So I was just drifting off as always. So the sage is also good for for certain chakras that you can clean. It's for the root chakra, your third eye, your sacral chakra, and your throat chakra. So that matches with the healing ability of the plants. So, well, I didn't mention the sacral chakra. It's also if you have an itchy moo, you can take a bath in it. I'm just saying it. Oh, Scratch is here. Is Scratch here? And I'm talking about moo-moos. How convenient. So, and the throat chakra, as we know, the sage helps for pain in the throat. So that combines with your chakra. The root chakra, right? And your third eye, everything on your head. If you have a headache and pain, sage is good for that as well. And so, and we know all the chakras. Hi, Scratch. all the chakras, if they're not functioning, let's say our third eye, for example, is closed, we can't open it, or we don't want to see something, we get a headache, right? Sage will take that away. I'm not getting into the sacral chakra anymore, sorry. The throat chakra, certain situations just choke you, and I'm not talking from outside influence at this point, that's a different subject. I just go into our own thing here because we can't blame always outside energies. So, your throat feels tied up because you never speak out what you want to say, or, for example, your throat starts hurting. So if you smudge with sage and drink sage, combine it, that will cleanse your chakra at that point. So, and I'm moving on. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I just gotta hurry because I think I only have 45 minutes from YouTube. So, the story of the sage, of course, goes back far, of course. It was back then used from witches, of course, right? And what I find interesting, it's from the Latin name salvare, which means healing. So, and salvare, to be healthy. So that's what I find very interesting. So even, the Christian legends, if we want to go there, save me from the Anton. You're bad. Sorry, I should smoke more. So if you go back to the Christian legend, it said that the strength of the plant came from the what's her face, Virgin Maria. Mm-hmm. So so she said she gave that plant the strength to heal humanity. And also, which I didn't even know until I did a little research, it's combined with a number 3 because it heals all points, the body, soul, and ghost, as we know, cleansing, and then we have the chakras and we have the body parts. So that's why they gave the sage the magic number 3. And it was also obviously a church thing used to keep witches away from your house door. So they were drying sage and were hanging it at the door to keep witches away, which doesn't work for me because I like sage, so not worky. And for love magic, it was used too. So they were saying if you write a name on the sage leaf and you sleep with it, your loved one will come to you. I want to see all of you sleeping with a freaking sage bush under your pillow tonight. So, 1 second, I just gotta catch up here. Yeah, they also said that this plant sage was supposed to that if you put the sage into the mist, a worm would come, and from this worm, thunder and lightning would come. So the farmers used it to create rain and weather. So, but that's just like old legends. I thought it's kind of interesting to find out a little more about the plant. So, yeah, but the most important thing is not these legends, of course. I just thought it was interesting. Is yeah, that this plant really deserves like this number 3 because it really does a lot, body, mind, and soul. That's really true. So shall we move on to the chamomile? Because I was asked to for the chamomile. So I can stutter along a little more here. So, so like the sage, chamomile is very good to get rid of bacteria. So you can combine that too with sage, chamomile. Chickenpox? Well, I'm not sure about chickenpox. Not with chamomile. Nah. I think you can take a bath and sage, so, Well, no. Well, no, it wouldn't dry it out, maybe. Chickenpox, if you have them, you need to let them dry out really bad. I think you just have to go through it, Suck it up, be a man, and go through it. So, chamomile. What? Does sage have a friend, like a good mixer? Yeah, lavender and fennel. So, yeah. Now I lost it. See, I shouldn't read the chat and sorry. I will get better, I promise. So, chamomile. No, what did I say before, Douglas? Yeah, sage you can mix good with lavender, for sure. That's a good friend of his, of sage. Lavender, yeah. So, chamomile. So as I said, antibacterial. And here we go. Yeah, chamomile, that would be good for chickenpox. That will dry the shit out of it. If you take a bath in it. But not sage. I didn't think so. That didn't sound right. It's also for pain, right? Against pain. And we know it's good if you have a tummy ache as well. We all like to drink chamomile. But what I find with chamomile tea, that you really should be careful. You shouldn't, because with chamomile is the thing, if it's too strong, it can cause the opposite. Like, let's say you feel sick and you drink chamomile and it's too strong, it might make you actually gag. So I'm just saying that. So I wouldn't go over 5 minutes with chamomile, but that's just my personal experience. So now everybody knew I gagged on chamomile tea. You're welcome. So also it's good, yeah, if you have throat issues. What? And yeah, for, I don't know if we have any mommies here or becoming mommies, it will help you produce mother milk. And you guys in the room, just shut up now. And if you're very nervous, like I should have had a cup of chamomile tea before, maybe, so I don't stutter. I'm almost there, sorry. Yeah, and if you have problems sleeping, it helps you too, right? Chamomile is very calming because it helps your stomach to calm down, so it will calm everything else down. So it's very, very relaxing. And again, you could mix chamomile with fennel if you want to make a tummy tea, like some fennel teas in it as well, or anise. So those three are very good if you have any tummy issues. So, and it's good for colds, you know, so you start sweating and it helps you sweat everything out. Jason, we are here in regular herbs world. um, yeah, so it helps you to sweat everything out, and you will have to go to pee a lot. If you have a cold and you drink a lot of camel tea, no, it's okay, Jason. I'm just bugging you. No worries. Seriously. You will get to know my sarcasm. I'm very sarcastic. I will get killed one day because of my sarcasm, I know. One day someone is gonna stand in front of me with a gun or a knife. I'm gonna say, so what? You're gonna shoot me or what? So then the chamomile is for the throat chakra. I combine it because it looks like a sun. So it helps you to bring the sun to your throat. Hello, and Wendy. How are you? So yeah, again, for the throat chakra, do I make sense at all, or do I yak like do I get from A to B? So yeah, she is very, very, very flexible, our chamomile. Fever, colds, wounds, cough, headaches, tummy ache, if you're nervous, if you know, if you have problems as a woman with your monthly bullshit there. Oh, did I cuss on my own channel? That is so cool. So yeah, the only thing I know is the throat chakra. So, and I have personally never burned chamomile as an incense, but I could think that it's very calming as well, and since it's combined with the sun, that it brings a little light to your atmosphere. So I think I'm actually gonna try that. And from a history point of view, what I find interesting, it comes again, of course, from. Now here we go. Now we get talking here. So it comes from the word chamomilium, camel, on earth, melon, apple. So it got all slaughtered, that word. And the botanic name, Matricaria, is, now hold on, it's coming from the Latin word chamomile on toast. You will have to eat that. You will have to literally now make a toast with chamomile, and you will eat it and make a video of it. And I want you to finish the whole slice. So, there. So where was I? The Latin name, where it's coming from, or where all the word chamomile comes from, is the Latin word matrix, which means the Hey, Edwin. Um, yeah, which means in English, can I say Gebärmutter? Can anybody speak German here? I gotta look that word up. I'm so sorry. I'm such a ding dong. But really, some words, it's like, I forget because I don't use them every day, right? I'm almost there. Duh. Uterus. So matrix is the Latin name and it means uterus. I don't even know if anybody knew what matrix means except Keanu Reeves. So and in this word we have the mother and the earth itself. So I like that actually. I didn't know that. That was something I just researched because I thought I'd bring a little more into the show, you know, some other gossip. Yeah, you knew it. IOX, I should have just looked in the chat, right? So back in Douglas maybe likes that one. In Egypt, back you like you like girls' parts. Yeah, but not that part, or that's weird. Back in Egypt, back, far beyond. The chamomile was given to the god Ra, the sun god, and because the chamomile looks like a sun, so that's why they're not donated. Oh my god, maybe I should do shows Saturday in the morning so my vocabulary is still up. I apologize, I'm sorry. So, and of course chamomile likes sun, so it looks like a sun, it likes the sun, it's combined very strong to the earth, very bonded to the earth because of its name. And I mean, I learned now that name and numbers like really matter, thanks to Trisha. And because I had no idea about names or numerology or anything. So now reading stuff like that is like, you know, interesting. So I can read my chat. Anybody here? So yeah. So Ra and the sun god, yeah, and the chamomile. So I didn't know that either. So maybe I should look it up a little more because maybe we find something more in the old Egypt on tablets. Yes, Anton, foul is your very, and you speak it so well, so fluently, it's perfect. You were born with that. So, and also the Celts, the Germanic Celts, they used this plant because they were worshipping Baldur, and he was the Celtic sun god. So, and it was also called the eyelash of Baldur, which I find interesting. And I didn't know that either, that when they crowned the queen, they always were wearing chamomile flowers. I didn't know that. So and obviously they use this one to protect from thunder and lightning, the Christianities. So this is interesting. Yeah, and also a protective herb again. And they were washing their sheets in chamomile water to attract love and money. I am so gonna do that. I'm so gonna rinse the shit out of my sheets tonight with chamomile. So yeah, and since this herb is combined with the sun, so it brings you harmony and warmth and relaxing, and so yeah, I would even say it's a solar plexus as well, since it's all in the stomach, or maybe even the crown chakra, I would say. But that's just a assumption, right? I cannot prove that. I would just say so. I don't even know. I don't even have much time left. I just see that. I think I have 5 more minutes left. So any questions? I think I'm done with my blubbering. So if no one has any, yeah, lavender, you can take 2 with chamomile. Hey, Third ID80, thank you for showing up. Doesn't matter if late or not, at least you showed up. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you. You can rewatch if you like. Just be prepared. I jumped again from A to B. But I think everybody has to get used to that. I will never be organized. Yeah, sure, I can do peppermint next time. Let me grab a pen. Chamomile. So, let's do peppermint. Oh, it doesn't matter, iOX. You can use it both. It's just for the storage. So you just dry it actually to store it, right? And if you dry herbs, it doesn't matter what herb, make always sure you keep it dry and dark. Like the more sunlight gets to it, the more you see. I mean, you can see it on some kitchen herbs that you have in your cupboard forever, right? They all get like grayish, but with it's not that they get bad, but they don't have any. They don't help anymore. They don't work anymore. They lose all their strength and power. So, but if you dry them and you put them in a cupboard, dry and dark, and don't put them in plastic cups or in Tupperware. Use glass. I prefer glass. So nothing plasticky for herbs. How is the best way to dry? Well, what I do, I dry them. I tie them up, a bundle, and you can hang them, right? You can hang them in the kitchen and it smells nice, but make sure it's not too much light coming. So you might want to do it in a darker room. Or, well, some people wrap them in newspapers, but I don't like that. So what you can do, you can put them, because newspapers have shit on them, right? I mean, not shit, but that print stuff, ink. So you can also just spread them out on a paper towel, right? Just make sure you turn them between. So that's how you can do it too. But I wouldn't put them in the oven or anything. Just let them dry by itself. Closet, yeah. If you dry lavender, then you also prevent moth, right? Those little suckers that eat your socks and everything. Hi, Brian. Sue, hi. Thanks for coming. We're almost done here. Thank you. So yeah, that's how you can dry them. And then, as I said, always dry and dark, like really dark. Like I have a cupboard that's full of herbs, right? And I prefer glass. Like, it takes nothing away from it. If you put them in a wood box, you know, it vaporizes after a while. So glass, I find, is the best thing. So mason jar, anything. Um, and just with the fresh herbs, you preferably use them right away. So, and the taste is a bit stronger, so nicer. Same with cooking. If you cook with fresh herbs, you add them at the end. And dry herbs you put in the beginning because it takes a little to get the taste out. Anya. Sure we can, Douglas. Sounds good. So I think I'm almost gone. So when do you want it? Peppermint? Anybody else has a herb in mind that is mostly common in a household? Oh, cool, James. I love herbs. I want to start my herb yard again, but it's so freaking cold here. So, yeah. We had time, Edwin. Look at the last, my first video. There was time. So I think it's almost time. I better start saying goodbye before I cut off here. Basil, good idea. Oh yeah, basil. And what was that other Hayden? That root thing we talked about. I know the German word, but I don't know the English word anymore. Why am I doing a show in English? Because I love you. Burdock, yeah, burdock. Okay. So next time I do peppermint, basil, and burdock. Ginseng. Well, okay, I'm gonna say goodbye now because my time is up. Well, I want to thank everybody so much for coming. Thank you, and thank you for being patient with me. I'm still nervous, and I will be every time. And I'm sorry that I hopped from A to B, but I don't think it will happen. I had this big plan of combining herbs and so on, but yeah, okay, this will not happen. So, yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you liked it a bit. And I keep on doing this until we get to the to the other medical herbs. But like I said, I just wanted to start with what we have in the kitchen mostly, right? So it's a little easier. And later on we get to the real medical herbs that you shouldn't mess around with. I mean, not that they're dangerous, but you should be a little careful. I mean, it's still medication after all, right? So, well, I love you guys so very, very much. I'm not naming everybody because I'm gonna be cut off here soon. So, thank you so very much for coming. That really, opium salad. Yeah, no, I don't have that growing here. I think Mary does, but I don't. Poppy. Yeah, right. Like I said, later. And I'm not sure if I'm allowed to stream about certain herbs because I might get be banned for 5 years instead of 90 days. So yeah, it's wild salad. I know. Right. The little opium flower is so cute. Yeah, I know, isn't she? Okay, you guys, I love you very much. And thank you so much for coming. And I see you next week, probably Tuesday again. And Anna is on next at 8:30, I believe. She's on. Yeah. So it's a good thing we're done here. Well, you all have a good night or a good day wherever you are. And I'm sure I'm going to see here and there someone maybe later in Anna's chat or other chats or wherever. So, well, I love you guys and peace out.